There we are. Dashboard was not giving me the option to hit go live. Well, whatever. I'm connected. That's all that matters. Well, mic check. I'm connected. That's all that matters. Okay. Looks good. Alright. Doing social media stuff, and then I'm gonna go on ahead and get started. Alright. There's that. Oops. Alright, there we are. Don't save, there we go. Stream Elements is not letting me connect to their website. I try to sign in with the YouTube account and it keeps on shooting back an error, so I'm running without Stream Elements today. But I've still got the chat widget right here, so that's good. Otherwise, I'd have to have a screen capture of the chat by itself. Okay. Let's change you over to lives. Change you over to live. Hey, Nightbot's reliable, at least. Alright. Making sure everything I need is set. Good. Yeah, we're just gonna go in without Stream Elements. One more time. Let me check it. Okay. Sign in with YouTube. Go over to my... Yep. Something went wrong. Sorry, something went wrong there. Try again. Yeah. So, might be something going on there. I don't know. But yeah. Okay, so, before we begin, I have some new glams that I want to show off. I'm going to show off the one for Ninja last. I'm going to go on ahead and do this. Wrong button. That's the one. All right, so what we currently have on is our Ninja glam that I use more or less for Stormblood. Let's go on ahead and do this one. This is my Red Mage. Change things around a little bit. New weapon. Same hat. Using Clive's chest piece. I changed the pants, and I changed up the boots a little bit. Also, the gloves are now super red. Now the warrior. I found an axe that looked like mine that was actually dyeable, so now I have a purple axe to go with all of this. Using a couple of pieces of the new Scion garb that I got from Tataru at the end of the last quest. Alright. Now let's move on to Dancer. Kind of like it. Using the Final Fantasy IX chess piece, and yeah, this is what it looks like. I was actually glad I was able to dye the Final Fantasy IX chess piece. Otherwise, I would have had to find something else. But yeah, new Dancer garb. Looks neat in my opinion. And last but not least, Sage! The Augmented Shire's coat of healing looks really good as a Sage piece. So I decided to go with that one. Keeping the glasses. Kind of like the boots. And I think these gloves actually fit the robe a little bit because of the cuffs. Alright. And now, let's go on ahead and show off the new glam that I've got for Ninja, specifically. Oops, I put it on the wrong one. Oop, I can fix this. I can fix this. There we go. Update. Alright, let's change back to Ninja. And then apply the glam. Alright. Say hello to the new Ninja look. Same weapons, because I kind of like them. But, yeah, using the Silent Adventurers top, along with a few other select pieces. And, yeah, this is what my Ninja is going to be looking like going forward. For Shadowbringers, at least. Alright. And that's all the glams. And one more thing. If you're enjoying the stream, or if you enjoy any of my videos, consider subscribing. I figured out transparent video, so I turned that little element in all of my videos into a stream overlay. Okay, let's start. I get a weapon coffer, and I get an orchestrion roll. Alright.
Good news, Throat. We've had a stroke of luck in our search for that beacon. Apparently, our colleagues have stumbled upon a hidden path leading down into the hollows around the base of the Crystal Tower.
Oh, that's good.
A path I doubt we'd ever have found had the Ironworks and the Suns not added their numbers to the party. Thanks to them, we have eager eyes aplenty down there, checking under rocks and peering into every nook and cranny. Still, it sounds like there's a lot of ground to cover.
Well, better go lend them a hand then.
My thoughts exactly. The sooner we find this beacon, the sooner you can travel to wherever it is this mysterious voice is coming from. And the sooner we can work out how to help our friends. We have to find a way to wake them up, and before the Empire comes calling again, meaning we have no time to lose. There's a boat in North Silvertier waiting to ferry people to the side, so let's be on our way.
Yes. And this is not the first time we've heard this, because I took Dancer, and that quest jingle comes with it. Alright, so, without further ado, let's head down to the site. Should be able to get to it via the boat. Apparently, we're heading into the Circus Trench. So yeah, my criteria for new glams was, it looks nice when it's dyed purple. And it kind of fits.
Oi, heading to the survey site, sir. It's on the eastern shore of the lake, and the swiftest way to get there is by boat.
Ooh. Nice little area on the side of the tower. Cool. All right. I don't know if this is gonna have voice lines in it or not.
Look how many people there are. Should we get to it then? Pick up anything that seems the least bit device-like, and we'll make ourselves a pile.
Well, if it isn't the hero of the hour, maybe you'll change our look. We've found bugger all without you.
I forgot he has an Irish accent.
Biggs! Wedge!
Aye, aye. Well, we could hardly say no to a call for aid from the Scions. Jesse called it the chief of some other business. So we'll be working twice as hard to make up for his not being here.
Thrice as hard, even.
Thank you, both of you. I'm sure we'll find that beacon in no time.
Oh.
I'm not seeing anything out here. Do you reckon you could squeeze in there, Wedge?
And get stuck halfway? No, thank you.
I could try if you like.
Tataru, no! We couldn't ask you to do that.
Oh, I'll be fine. This receptionist is not afraid to get her hands dirty.
That's why I like her.
Sorry, I meant to say, the scholars haven't finished their preliminary assessment of the site yet, so we're not supposed to venture too far in.
Hey guys, I think I might have found the beacon.
What's that you got there? Now that looks promising.
Isn't that the Ironworks symbol? Counterfeiters?
Now I have you.
Yep, it's the beacon.
You're right.
What's happening?
Stay with me. Focus on my voice.
Guys, I'm going away. Be back in a few
Expanse,
weeks.
Contract. Eon become instant.
Wait, this must be it. The device. Oh, this is supposed to happen.
Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Oh, safe journey, warrior of light. Find our friends and bring them home.
Oh, I was gonna tell her to turn the oven off. Alright, mysterious voice. You started this little thing. I guess I have to come along, too.
The dawn's light will shine again.
Oh, do not look at me so.
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you.
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this.
Huh. Wonder why that one is there. Wait. Is that Nymphilia?
Your time has not yet come.
A very mysterious, shadowy figure. barely make out their face. This is one hell of a hangover. Feels like I'm in an entirely different place altogether. Wait, I am? What the hell? Oh, right. That beacon. I'm in a new area.
From endless dreams I awake.
Ugh.
Something vague, yet urgent, calls me to action once more.
Is that my chocobo? No, that's not Shanks. Hi.
Rare to meet someone out here who's not a peddler themselves. What brings you into the wilds this time of night?
Night? Have you seen the sky? It's bright as day.
Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book. Me granddad, God's rest his soul, used to tell that one to the barman at kicking out time. And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? You rotten old drunk, you, he'd reply.
Yeah.
Over 100 bleeding years ago, that's when.
Weird place to be
You got
night.
that look down to a T. I'd almost think you meant it. Ah, got to you, did they? Poor beggar. That explains it then.
After what had just happened to me, I think I'm done drinking for a while.
Well, I've roads to travel and wares to sell, but you best hurry along to the town nearby. Just head east through the trees and aim for the Shining Tower. You'll find the place soon enough. 'Tis the biggest settlement for malms around. Go on now, friend. They'll take good care of you in the Crystarium.
Crystarium? Why is everything so purple around here? I thought I was the only one that was supposed to be purple.
To dizzying heights it rises. The gleaming spire. Its tip threatening to pierce the blinding canopy. There, it will all begin anew. Between dark and light. The pure and the corrupt. The one true struggle.
There's the title. Welcome to Shadowbringers. That was the wrong one. Okay. Yeah. Everlasting Light. This must be the first. Alright, well, let me go on ahead and call him. I can't mount. Well then. Well, let's head east. Oh, good. Doesn't seem like it's going to be too much further now. I need to get used to that being at the top of the sources list instead of the webcam now. Hello?
Every face in this city I know. Yours, I do not. This is the threshold of the Crystarium, stranger, and I am its gatekeeper. If you would enter, you will answer my questions.
Oh, you must be the Sphinx, and I have to answer your riddles 3.
From where do you hail?
Limslemensa.
Do you take me for a fool? No such place exists. Had you given me an honest answer, I would not have barred your way. We care little here for a person's place of origin, but instead, you chose concealment. And I will not suffer you to pass.
Ah, crap. Oh. They saw the thing behind me.
That one had eaten. It must have gulped down the whole hand, ring and all.
Oh. Well, bye, merchant.
Everything all right, Captain?
You.
Quite all right, my lord. Just a stray sin eater, and a weak one at that.
I see. Weak or not, we should be on the lookout for more. But I see you've met my guest. I will escort him to the Crystarium myself, if you've no objections.
Another of your mysterious friends, is it? I should have known. Very well. I'll inform the others your guest is to be given the run of the city. Pray forgive my less than cordial welcome. May the rest of your stay with us be a pleasant one.
Thanks, bunny lady. You have pretty ears.
Come with me. I will answer whatever questions you have when we are somewhere more private.
Okay. Alright, who the hell are you and what have you done with my friends?
Right then, before we plunge into the wheres and wherefores, let me first thank you for answering my summons.
It's not like I had a choice.
I had intended to bring you directly to my personal quarters, but I fear my aim was slightly off. That you were still able to make the crossing unharmed is a great relief.
Could you have at least made it so I didn't feel like I had a hangover?
And so, we come to the question of where. The realm in which you now find yourself belongs to one of the 13 reflections, or shards. The first, to be precise, even if its inhabitants are largely oblivious to the fact. As to wherefore, having been awarded the rather grandiose title of Crystal Exarch, I, in my capacity as caretaker of the Crystarium, thought to seek the aid of you and your companions.
So why'd they get taken first? You have any idea how much trouble you've caused?
An inkling, yes. I can only beg your forgiveness. Matters here forced my hand. But all shall be explained in due course, I promise you.
Okay.
Let us begin with the glaring skies up above.
Yeah, why is it daytime when it's supposedly night?
Here in the first, the world has been all but consumed by primordial light.
Oh!
It began a century ago, by this realm's reckoning. A luminous flood swallowing everything in its path. More than 9/10 of this star was lost.
Jesus!
And the fortunate few who survived are hounded by abominations born of that catastrophe even now. Sin Eaters, we call them. The creature you saw earlier was one such monstrosity. It was to save the first from this menace that I learned to bridge the rift between worlds. That I might call upon the aid of the greatest of heroes. Though it meant depriving a world of its champion, I had to try, for in saving the first, you would bring salvation to the source as well.
Okay.
But what manner of host harangues his guests in the middle of the road? Let us continue our talk within the Crystarium.
Yes, let's. You guys better have blackout curtains or else I'm gonna be really mad. God! There. My camera froze. Hello? Oh, good. There we go. Okay, camera works again.
Such a proud and vibrant city. The sole sanctuary for the living in a world all but resigned to oblivion. Each stone was laid with hope. The town itself a symbol, a monument to defiance in the face of death. No would-be hero could fail to answer its call. For who among us does not yearn for salvation?
Welcome to the Crystarium. Alright, I rearranged the list of sources so I wouldn't be accidentally clicking on the subscribe overlay over and over again. Ah, here we are. Welcome, my friend, to the Crystarium. Alright, first off, grab this. Item level 385. Alright, who has the weakest weapon then? 380. 385. 400. 385. Oh, that's actually the warrior. Alright, cool. Makes it easy for me. Deep gold battle axe. Let's go. And it's high quality. Boop. Alright, let's reapply the glamour. There we are. Okay. Oh, we're really getting some stuff. Well, that's gonna go to someone else then.
Now, a full and frank discussion in the privacy of my study would seem to be in order. But I think our conversation would be more meaningful were you to first gain a firmer grasp of the situation here. To that end, I would like you to visit a few of the Crystarium's civic leaders and glean something of this world and its predicament. As you can see, this path will take you directly to the Aetheryte, a convenience with which I'm sure you're only too familiar. Being the rightful object of my summoning spell, you should in theory be able to reach all the way back along your etheric trail and find a connection in the source, believe it or not. I strongly suggest you complete this attunement before venturing any further. After you have done so, walk up those steps next to the Aetheryte and head out to the left to arrive at the Crystalline Mean. This is where you'll find our collective of crafters and gatherers, as well as their spokeswoman, Catelys. One of the people I should like you to meet. Another is Morin. To reach him and his Cabinet of Curiosity, you'll want to avoid the aforementioned steps, take the exit on the left, and simply continue straight along down until you've come to the large doors at the end of the path. The third and final person I should like you to meet is Bragi, a man in charge of trade and distribution. He is to be found in the markets, which you can access from the opposite side of the Aetheryte Plaza. In seeking out each of my colleagues, you will visit the major districts of the city and hopefully gain a feel for the place. I trust my directions were simple enough.
Crystal clear.
Very good, I concede. The layout of the Crystarium owes more to its historic necessity than planning, but I'm sure you'll learn its twists and turns before long. In all honesty, the true challenge may be finding the right way to approach its citizens. As you discovered during your encounter with the captain, people of this world are unaware of the existence of other stars and will struggle to accept the truth of your origin.
I noticed.
That being the case, when they ask whence you hail, they will, as they inevitably will, I suggest you claim you share a homeland with the Crystal Exarch. There's an unspoken rule here about peering too deeply into that particular mystery.
Okay.
When you've finished making the rounds, pray meet me in the large courtyard in the center of town. Until then...
Okay. Alright, attune to the Aetheryte, attune to every other shard, and just do some Aetheryte hopping. Got it. $385. Finally attuning to this thing.
By focusing your senses, you detect the flow of vastly distant currents of ether. Your connection to these energies is faint but stable, and you should allow teleportation to the Aetherites in the source.
Alright, now I gotta visit 3 things. Alright, continue straight. Oh, Ethernet shard. Alright, Rookery attuned to. Oh, this one must... Yep, that one's above me. way above me. Oh my god. Cabinet of Curiosity, attuned. Ah, you must be Morin.
Excuse me, sir. Are you recently come to the city, perchance? I'm quite familiar with our civic rules, you see, and, well, what I mean to ask is, have you brought any books with you? A rumpled scroll, even? A scrap of scribbled on parchment?
Not really.
My apologies. Literature is something of an obsession of mine, as well as a profession. Librarian Morin at your service, and this humble collection is known as the Cabinet of Curiosity. As your powers of perception have likely informed you, my colleagues and I are responsible for curating all manner of tomes and documents and other vehicles for the written word. As horrific as the loss of life and land wrought by the flood unquestionably was, the damage to recorded knowledge was no less catastrophic. We few do all we can to preserve what wisdom survived. But tell me, what brings you to the cabinet today? Looking for any title in particular? Maybe a spot of academic research?
No, Crystal Exarch told me to look around.
Oh, so you've an interest in modern history. Splendid. A thorough review of recent events can often yield novel perspectives. I quite agree. And if you would prefer something visual to accompany the account, then I think I have an illustrated history book for children somewhere. Just a moment and I'll fetch it for you.
Thank you.
And here we are. Would you like to pull up a chair? Make yourself comfortable? On with the lesson then.
Oh, hi. Sorry.
Ooh. 100 years ago, or near enough not to matter, villains known as the Warriors of Light slew the Shadowkeeper, the Steward of Darkness. In the wake of this tainted deed, light began to pour into the world as if from unseen cracks. It pooled and swelled without cease until the day an enormous blinding wave rose up and swept across our star. We called this calamity the Flood of Light. Everything it touched was leached of life and vigor, leaving naught behind but a luminous wasteland. Yet just when it seemed that all would be lost, a savior appeared before us. The Oracle of Light. She stood twixt us and approaching doom, and by her power did she stay the flood. Thus was Norvrant, and Norvrant alone spared the fate of erasure. Tragedy would, however, arrive in another form. From the blasted emptiness descended horrors of strange and terrible aspect to bedevil the few folk who survived. These sin-eaters were light incarnate, and their effulgent presence stole the night from Norvrant's sky. Even now, they circle the remaining bastions of civilization, ever on the hunt for us, ever hungering for our flesh.
Oh.
And thus did the world become what it is. Should you ever wish to hear the tale again, I would be glad to retell it for you. Or if you would rather speak of other matters, that too would be my pleasure. I should be glad of the company.
Your exchanges with Morin has taught you about the Flood of Light. Something tells me he gets lonely in here. I'm just gonna leave. So, yeah. You usually think of apocalypses as, dark. This one is, rather bright. I got the Rookery, I got the Cabinet of Curiosity. Okay. Alright. Alright, next one is up the stairs. And this one should be right there, Crystal and Lee. Let me get this first. Alright, tune to this, talk to the guy, get another history lesson on why this world is so damn depressing despite all the light. Then move on and become even more depressed as the entire expansion goes on.
Rare to see a place so well stocked with goods, isn't it? But not here. I'm going to guess you're new to our fair city. Well, for what it's worth, you've chosen a fine sanctuary. The XR can throw up a barrier if sea needers come knocking, so it's a damn sight safer in here than it is out there. Safer and more civilized too, thanks to us in the mean. We work together to procure materials and resources and craft the goods which make this city life possible. This is the place to visit if you ever need a coat mended or kettle forged. Just don't go thinking it'll all be handed to you on a plate like those Umoran layabouts. Here in the Crystarium, we work for a living.
Okay.
Though I see you're no stranger to honest labor, you don't have that whiff of indolence about you like some folk on that. Still, I can't quite pin down your profession. Where is it you're from?
Same place as the Exarch, actually.
One of the XIV's countrymen, you say? I see. Well then, I'll work twice as hard to make you feel welcome. Our city wouldn't even exist if it weren't for him, and any friend of his is a friend of ours. It's really quite incredible when you think about it. They say his grand magic summoned the Crystal Tower into existence, pulled the entire thing out of thin air. It wasn't long before droves of refugees began congregating around its base, desperate for shelter after losing their homes to the flood. And that's how the Crystarium began. At the Exarch's invitation, buildings started going up, and with help from some curious relics brought forth from the tower, this place gradually expanded into the thriving metropolis you see today. The city stood here for decades now, yet the eldest among us swear the Exarch looks exactly the same as he did back then. He is indeed a man of many mysteries, but for all his secrecy, he has never yet let us down. And so if he and you wish to remain silent about your shared homeland, then the folk here will respect your wish for privacy. I am, however, more than a little curious to see any crafting talent you might be hiding. If you come to contribute on that front, be sure to come back and visit once you've had a chance to settle in. Just ask for Catalyst, and I'll find you a niche here in the Crystalline Mean. You can help us keep the cogs of the city greased and turning.
I have learned about life in the Crystarium.
Although, this character doesn't have a crafting bone in his body. He just lives to kill and stab. And teleport out. Just like that. Alright. So that's everything here. Okay. Ah, there's one right here. A Morrow launch. Well, it is up high, so I guess that means it's easier to get a Morrow up in the air. Ah, this must be an Amaro. Looks interesting.
Looking to procure yourself an Amaro, then I reckon you've come to the right place. 1 second, if you would, and there you have it. I've added you to our register. Pray and come back whenever you're in need of a mount.
Okay. Down I go. Oh. Really? Oh, this must be a place you can't really, walk around on. Oh, I can actually just go down the stairs this way. Or not. Actually, yes. Barely felt that. Alright, grab the dorsal gate, and then I've got 2 more right here, which means after I'm done getting a tour over here, I should be able to have all the Ethernet shards. Alright, dorsal gate done.
Almost done with everyone. I'll be there.
Back to talk to you in a second.
The Quadrivium.
Very strange names. Tune to this, then talk to the guy over there. Somewhere over there. Musica Universalis Markets. Ah, you must be Broggy. Oh wow, it's a cat man. Wow, there are markets here.
No to the city, friend. The spinning head and wide eyes give you away. Welcome, my name is Bragi, and I'm the master of these markets. They gave the district another official title, but I'm not in the habit of using it. Too floored by half. In any case, our merchants stock a wide range of equipment, and so we should have something in your size. Forgive my asking, but you are a dwarf, yes? We don't get many of your lot coming down from the mountain these days.
Sorry, did you say dwarf? Hey, something wrong?
Let's see if we can straighten this out. You see those 2 in front of us? The shorter one is a hume. The taller one is an elf. That sturdy individual over there is Gulgent, whilst the one with horns is a Drawn.
Take notes, everyone. This is going to be on the test later.
And then you have the large scaly chaps with long tails and a knack for raising livestock. Those would be the Zune.
Okay, I think I get it.
Which is apparently not what you call them. Do the dwarves have different names for all the peoples of the world, or did you pick up the common tongue in some far-flung region?
I'm from the same homeland as the Crystal Exarch.
Ah, the same as the Exarch, eh? Well, that explains it. You don't get much further flung than that. We've had a few of your lot pass through in recent years, and despite their obvious learning, they've floundered over the simplest things. But not to worry. Should you find yourself confounded by the local language or customs, I'll be here to answer your questions.
I've learned about the peoples of the first.
Ah, so after the first very depressing thing, the other 2 aren't that depressing. Got it. All right, let me get the last Ethernet shard, and then I'll head back to the Exarch. Oh, I'm supposed to go over here. There it is. Is that it? It is! I got them all! Alright. Back to the Dorsal Gate. Alright, swap over to Sage so it gets all the experience from all these quests.
Well, how did you fare? Did my colleagues help you form a clear picture of the world and its people?
Life of the Crystarium, Peoples of the First, Depression.
Yes, it would seem you were treated to a most thorough introduction. I understand it was something of a chore, but it was necessary that you grasp these things before we proceed. As for the Crystal Tower's origin, you may have noted that details were sparse. The structure is, in fact, the self-same one you know from the source, transported to the First in its entirety.
And how the hell did you guys manage that?
It was my first attempt at breaching the boundaries between worlds, something of a trial run for your eventual crossing. And although I do not know which era I tore it from, I do know that its arrival served to set the wheels of fate in motion.
Okay.
Alright, well, seeing as how I've got all 385 gear on my, Sage, I think it's, yeah.
This one's probably going to be the, weakest one. Yeah, because that's 380, that is 400. The ninja is 385, so yeah, looks like Dancer's going to be the one getting this one. There we go. Ooh, kind of like the look of this. How does it look with purple? Actually, you know what? This kind of looks good. Oh, and the bright purple. I consider that for a future glam, actually. But for right now, I'm going to stick to the glam that I have for my Dancer already. Okay. But yeah, I'll definitely try to hold on to this one.
You've done as I requested and learned something of the world in which you find yourself. Now's the time I fulfilled my half of the bargain and explained what has befallen your comrades. That is a conversation I would rather have in the privacy of my quarters. However, I must go on ahead into the tower and organize a few things, but I shall see that the guard knows to admit you.
Just like that, then Grahatia is...
I'm not familiar with that name. Is there something I should know? An extraordinary tale, but I'm afraid I found no such individual residing in the tower when it passed into my care. Perhaps we can revisit that mystery another time. For now, I think it's best that we focus on the present.
Grahatia was left in charge of this tower. Yet he doesn't know. I'm probably overthinking it. Greetings, sir. The Exarch awaits you within.
Welcome to the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without fear of being overheard. I have much to explain, but the truths which I must touch upon in doing so would cause only distress and confusion to the people of this world. Pray keep that in mind.
Okay.
Now, I am sure you are desperate to know the fate of your fellow Scions.
Yeah,
To
what
put
the
it
hell?
simply, they are here in the First.
Okay, that's good.
Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine. Here, time flows at a different pace from that of the Source.
I see.
In the space of a single hour in your home world, an entire year might pass in the First. And the reverse could also be true. The pace fluctuates without rhyme or reason, and it cannot be predicted. That said, we seem to be entering a period of near equivalence. And thus, for the moment, you need not overly concern yourself with the passage of time.
Okay, so I'm not going to be going back to the Source and everyone else is going to be old and decrepit and I'm still going to be the same age. Got it.
As for your companions, however, Yustola and Urianger have dwelled here for 3 winters, all told, while Thancred's count stands at 5. Even our more recent arrivals, Alphino and Alize, have lived in the First for almost a year.
Alright. Well, that's all of them.
My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. Thus it was that my fumbling hand closed upon those to whom your fate is most closely bound as well.
Right.
As they were not the object of my summons, their transference was incomplete. Though they may appear to possess corporeal bodies, they are, in truth, merely spirits that one can see and touch.
And once again, Thancred is being shown in one of these pictures completely naked.
While you yourself will be able to pass between worlds with relative freedom, they will not. Much as it grieves me, they are stranded here, unable to return.
Oh. Find a way to send them back, you dingus. Find a way to send them back.
We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse the summoning. In the beginning, at least. As you may have surmised, however, our efforts met with little success. And then we all but abandoned the endeavor once Urianger shared with us the vision he had witnessed during his journey through the rift.
What? A vision?
In that chaotic no man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future. That which would one day come to pass. In his vision of tomorrow, the first was rejoined with the source. This collision of worlds brought about the 8th umbral calamity and the deaths of countless multitudes. Amongst those who perished, Urianger clearly saw the fall of the Scion's mightiest champion. He watched you die.
Oh.
And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world for a means to forestall the coming catastrophe in yours. Their souls are stranded in the first, yes, but they have fought on, desperate to save their home and you from destruction. Nor have their efforts been in vain, for it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Sin Eaters will indeed serve to prevent the calamity. Considering these circumstances of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my version of events. And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades and hear the tale from their lips. I shall of course be happy to assist in these reunions, and you need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where you stand. Meanwhile, I promise I will not rest until I have found a way to help your friends return home.
Better not. Or you're getting one of these chakram in your throat.
Have I earned your trust for the moment, at least?
Aye, but you see that you keep that promise. My hands have a tendency to slip.
Excellent. You will not regret
and
this.
Throw these things around unexpectedly sometimes.
With that
see
settled,
that you're not in the way.
We shall have to see about getting you ready for the road. Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you might rest in comfort. While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
Okay, I already got a tour myself, but I guess since you've been here longer, it would be better to get a tour from you as well. Crystarium boasts a number of residential districts, but I've been informed that a room has just become available at the Penance. How convenient. Which, as it turns out, is perfect. Our path there will take us past the markets, and I was hoping to give you my own introduction to their wares. Come along.
I've already been down here.
Whee!
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. What you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here.
I see. Got any place to get a good flagon of it need?
Yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well enough.
Oh, good.
Each nation once minted its own coins, but 'twas all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal. As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil, a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice. From what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough not to matter.
Oh, good.
Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower, some of which may be familiar to you.
Oh, no. Don't tell me. Oh, no. Tombstones. God damn it.
But I fear it would not be practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodities of your homeworld.
What, you gotta wait for that to happen?
Avan Kerm Sin?
Yes, I'm here. Of course I'm here. What amusements do you have for me today?
Jesus Christ, what the hell?
My dear Feo Ul, paragon of pixie kind. For you, I have the most vital task. This fine gentleman is a friend from a distant realm. And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from his home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
You came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift? How wonderfully exciting! What a brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did! You've the heart of a pixie, you do. After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin. But answer me this, traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails?
I would hope so.
Just as I thought! Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass.
Why my
From
teeth?
this moment forth I will be your Isnefis, and you my Snayak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other. Raise your hand.
Ow! The heck? Did you just prick my finger?
You're bound now, dearest sapling. Come
Ow!
now. Make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Alright, calm yourself, first
May
off.
have a message to your friends in the source to inform them of your safe arrival.
Send a message to Tataru. One called Tataru Taru.
As you heard, that was Feo Ul of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium.
I see.
Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
Did you just marry me off to a pixie? Is that why my finger hurts like I got poked by a needle? I hope I'm not infected by anything. As a result of your pact for failure, you now have access to delivery moogles, market boards, and summoning bells while in the first. Oh, good! So now I can buy and sell everything anywhere. That's good to hear.
Ah, there you are. I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodation. You'll have a private room here in the Penance for the duration of your stay, so make use of it as you see fit. When you're ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings. Pray, rest, and recuperate, and we shall reconvene in the ocular anon. I believe that covers all the practical concerns. Thank you for answering my call, Thort. We are denied but the comforting blanket of night, but may peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless.
Got it.
A pleasure to meet you, sir. Welcome to your new home at the Pendants. Your room is ready if you'd care to retire.
Sure.
Oh my god, what a day.
Similar stuff to what I've usually seen in my own rooms in the past. Wonder if I have a good view. Ah, daylight. Should have known. God, they better have blackout curtains.
I know you. You're the warrior of light from the source.
And you're the warrior of darkness.
What? Did you just... You can hear me? Oh, gods, how long has it been?
I guess you weren't expecting that.
That was what I called myself in your world. The Warrior of Darkness. My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the source, a daft one, looking back. If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood. We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the source and try to hasten their goddamned ardor. I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia, how she listened to our pleas and returned our souls to the first.
What the hell happened after that?
The flood was poised to swallow Norvrant. Minfilia and my friends, they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away, leaving me to bear witness.
Oh.
Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood?
If I tell you, you're probably gonna be more depressed than you are now, but it's 100 years.
100 years. 100 long years.
Ah, you're a true spirit.
My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift. I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges. Then bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that?
It's a long story. I shall be glad to tell it. Got nothing else to do.
You were summoned to save the first. A waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who try to save it. Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured. If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end. Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light. But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
I see. No hangover this time. Maybe I should go get some blackout curtains. Didn't sleep very well. Alright, well. Ardbert. He's gonna be very important. So we'd best do our best to try to make sure he's in a good mood. At the very least, we could try to prove him wrong, that this world can be saved. I mean, I'd like to try anyway. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I start to glow very bright and risk becoming a light-bound creature myself? That'd be silly. Alright, swap over to Sage to dump all the experience. Alright. So the craziest thing happened. I saw the spirit of the old warrior of light.
Quarters. I trust you were able to rest.
Surprisingly, yes. And this time without the feeling of a hangover. But I did have a ghostly visitor.
I was not aware the room was haunted, and you were rather tired. Well, should you receive another visitation, be sure to let me know. Now, let us return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts.
Ah, a map.
This
Oh.
map shows the lands of Norvrand, the only area to be spared the Flood of Light.
I see.
The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland.
Mordona from the
To the north
source.
is the fairy kingdom of Il-Meg. That is where you'll find Urianger.
Okay.
To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest.
Probably Gridania.
Alas,
Ishgard.
neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty. As such, I would suggest you first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium. Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulmore, where the rich and privileged while away their days in idleness.
The
For his
equivalent of
part in
Linza
furthering our
Laminsa.
cause, Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement. Alize, meanwhile, traveled south to the arid wastes of Armarang.
The equivalent of Thanalan.
They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the Flood of Light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin Eaters. In contrast to her brother, Alize felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy, and thus she sells her services as a guard, both to hone her skills and gather information on our foe. So, will it be Calicia or Armarang? It matters not which you choose to visit first. Simply inform me once you've made your decision, and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount. Ah, but you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of Sin Eaters.
Is he still the
Being
self-described
ever on the move,
bachelor
his whereabouts
he
are often
is?
difficult to ascertain, but I am certain your paths will cross ere long.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Alright. Well, new duds in this thing. Check the dancer. Item level 400, so I'm not gonna put that on the dancer. Red Mage, 380. Warrior, 400. Ninja, 390. So I guess, Red Mage, I guess? Alright, let's try these on. It could work. Probably just gonna take it for the stats right now. But right now, I'm 50-50 on keeping it for future glams. Glamour plate. Okay. In search of Alphino or in search of Alice? I honestly don't know which one I want to do first. They're both going to lead to depression, I feel. Question is, which depression do I want more? I'm more concerned about Alice. Ready to depart for Armarang? Alice will be overjoyed to see you safe. I know she was particularly concerned for your well-being. She, impressed upon me how regrettable the timing of her summoning was, repeatedly. How many, times did she smack you upside the head? And can I see the scars? I only hope that my part in sending you to her will garner me some measure of forgiveness. Here, this is a letter of introduction addressed to a man named Kassad, the master of a merchant caravan. There are few who know the ways of the desert as well as he does.
Find him at the Amuro launch, and he will see that you reach your destination.
Okay. And I will come back for that other one later, since I don't really need to have both of my journal at once. Alright. Dancer for mobility. Hi, are you Cassard?
You come looking for work, well, I might have a spot for another guard.
Actually, I have a sealed missive from the Crystal Exarch.
Oh, friend of the Exarch. Hoping to meet someone in Mareg, are you? Now I should be your guide. I was about to set off for an outpost there, as a matter of fact, so we can leave right away, assuming you have everything you need.
I do. Let's go.
You can now travel to Amareg. Speak with the Ardois Amaro tamer to fly to the desert. You can also use your ether compass to assist with locating ether. Ooh! I get to do this all over again!
I get to find new ether currents.
Arang. From this parched earth, the nation of Nabath, Arang, once rose. When I journeyed here, long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered elder. He told me Armarang meant majestic land in the language of his people. And so it might still be, were it not for the light's unrelenting onslaught.
Oh, no matter how many times I come here, the cold never fails to catch me off guard. The sky may be bright as in the scorching hours of day, but it gets brisk enough to make you shiver. Now, the Exarch's letter said I was to take you to the inn at Journey's Head, which is where this Alice's friend of yours is staying. But that's a fair distance, so I propose we make a stop in Mort Souk to break up the trek, allowing me to attend to some business and you to enjoy the local hospitality. Sound good? Good. Alright, you lot, I'm off, and I'd better not see the goods covered in sand when I get back. Right, we head southwest, straight as an arrow. I get to do the thing! 202 to the southwest, on my way!
I get to have my chocobo. This odd comfort in these depressing times. To the northwest. Ooh, it's right here. Ooh, that is a chasm. It looks like there is a bottom there, though. Big Sabatender. I want to drink your cactus water.
Zap.
Ah, I didn't get very much cactus water.
Stop here a moment. This is your first visit to Amarang, is it not? Before you cross the River of Sen, you need to turn around and feast your eyes on that. Ah.
The equivalent of Thanalan, I guess. They built him big, didn't they? That's Kasar Sharl, fortress meant to protect the northern reaches of MrViperfang. Seeing what was left behind, I believe it when they say that it was once one of Norvrent's mightiest nations. At least until the flood came along, great chunks of MrViperfang's lands were lost to the light, its great city included. The few who survived didn't see much point in staying. Most of them, anyway. No, not many choose to come here these days, not with everything in ruins. Even that hunking great fortress has become a little more than a Morrow roost for me and my caravan. But not everywhere is as deserted as this place. Just wait till you see Mordsuk. Let's press on, shall we? I see.
Itchy nose.
Don't turn around. Their commissar's in town. Okay. Alright. Here we are, Mordsuk. Blessed by the shadow. I love this town. By bless the shadow, I love this town. Mordsuk, not just full of Mord, but humans and all manner of others too. It has long been a refuge for folk displaced by the floods, so the population is nothing if not diverse. Oh, have you met a Mord before? They might look like shifty little blighters, but are more welcoming lot that you could never wish to meet. Speaking of which, we should pay our respects to Master Gengen. I'll go ahead and let him know we've arrived. Oh, they are kobolds.
Greetings, buy something to help me feed my son. He has grown big and strong and is eating me at a house and home.
Okay. An Amaro keep. Perfect. I'll get that out of the way. Oh yeah, where's the next one? 641 to the west. Got it. So that would be on the other side. So it looks like I'm only getting one of these right now. Goody. Unless I can pick up the trail of another one down that way later on. Oh, I can't use my Icarus wings on non-player characters. Ah, hi. What beady eyes?
Master Gengen, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about.
Very good, very good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in Mordsuk.
Souk is Mordish for city. As things stand, this souk boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Armorang. You'll find ore from the mines here, of course, but all manner of other things too. Many of them rare.
I see.
As I told you before, not many visit Armorang by choice, but Mordsouk's a different story. Merchants come from miles around to purchase the relics the Mord dig up.
Aye, that they do. For Mord do not dismiss the spoils of the earth. We clean them and polish them and reveal to the world their true value. That is why they come here, come from far away, come with much money. And so our souk is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
You say that every time, Master Gengen. Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a Maud philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful. Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed.
Wow, this is the polar opposite of Thanalan.
Now then, if you intend to spend any time here, you'll want to gain the trust of the locals. And there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
The cracking of the coin purse. You buy one thing from the market. Price can be low or high, just as long as you buy.
Oh, okay.
As the good Maud says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very expense.
Ah, I see.
A Verbert gold piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Verbert gold? Real Verbert gold?
Oh, God.
Here, newcomer, crack your coin purse with me.
Oh no, you want my goods, newcomer. I have jars and pots all smooth and shiny.
Over here! Come and look!
You buy, you buy.
Please don't run me over.
Calm, I say. This one must still journey through the barrens. Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots. Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3 before you leave.
Okay. Hello. They were about to run me the hell over. I'd be a mashed potato instead of a seasoned potato. All right, Ron.
Welcome to Ronron's, traveler. I have wares to empty your purse and fill your belly. Take your time, stare and sniff before you choose, but no drooling on the merchandise, yes?
Ronron's wares that you... Ronron's wares. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Okay. Skewers. Meat. Bread. Worms.
I call that mush loaf. The middle is stuffed with bittersweet cactus fruits, so even if the bread dries out, it's still moist inside. Keeps you going in the heat.
Well, that's actually reasonable.
That's my ever-burning bounty, made with the best parts of the lizard, cured with special spicy spices. It's fun, some fun to smell challenging, but it'll warm you up on chilly desert nights. Oh, you like those chewy skewers. Find small frogs hiding under rocks, spear with stick, then roast over fire. Crackly on the outside, gooey on the inside. Perfect for snacking.
Okay, things are starting to go downhill here. And now we've hit rock bottom.
Everyone's favorite, plump white worm slathered in honey. Once you eat a glazed wriggler, you'll never want any other treat.
I think I'll take the bread, actually.
They'll look tasty, yes. Which to choose, which to choose.
I'll take the loaf.
Ah, very wise. You won't wither on the sands with a gut full of cactus fruit filling. You have the gold? And done. 1 Volbright honor buys you 40 loaves of bread.
Ah, thank you very much, good sir. It's the quenchiest. Now I'm drunk. Maybe I should have gotten the meat. I think I'll share the rest.
Our visitor invites us to feast. Let us give thanks for his great generosity and small appetite. Consider your coin purse cracked. I am pleased to accept your custom, and Gengen will be pleased that you honored ours. I think I ate one. Keeping the merchandise down, yes? No returns.
Something tells me that was not very appealing at all. But everyone is getting some, and I don't have to have the pleasure of enjoying the rest of it. Oh, I gotta go this way. Oh, he's right over here. I got turned around.
I was watching from here, Throat. You honored our custom and with great relish.
There was no relish in that bread.
We'll always be welcome in Mordsuk. If you need anything in Almarang, we are here to provide.
Yeah, do you have some Pepto-Bismol or something?
Ooh, and a gear coffer.
Yeah, you have courage, my friend. Rodron's wares are more exotic than harmful, but I don't envy you the bellyache you'll have on the morrow.
Gee, thanks. You could have warned me.
Right, now that you've eaten, I expect you're eager to get back on the road. Would you mind if we delayed our departure a touch? I have a few deals left to close before I conclude my business here in Mordsuk.
Alright, it'll give me time to settle my stomach.
Oh, offering your services, are you? Aye, well, an assistant would certainly help hurry these things along. I have the receipt here for some goods that need picked up from the market. All properly paid for, you just need to do the lifting and carrying. I'll go take care of some last-minute haggling then. See you in a bit.
You may view the market receipt at any time during this quest. Oh. Alright, table cactus, thon, and iron ore, thol. Namarang antiquities, mill to be collected from Mulmul. Okay. Oh, good. It's actually here in the chat log, so I don't need to open it again. All right. Okay, thon, thol, ton, and thol. Yeah, table cactus.
Lift with your legs and not with your back. You came with custard, yes? Good. I can finally stop thinking about that sack. Please take your prickly purchase.
Probably some pieces of cactus, I guess. Alright, so I need... That was, Tauntaun. I need to talk to Tol. I wonder what one of these guys is called Moon. Iron ore, here we go. I'll be taking this.
Custard since you did eat, right? Yes. What kind of ore was it again?
It was
iron ore. Iron ore, of course. That would explain this box I have here. It's all yours.
The hell just happened? Alright. Nabatharang antiquities to be collected from Mulmul. Just a perishables. That's not it. And yes, this is.
Hey, no touching! That merchandise is spoken for. You couldn't possibly change my mind with a better offer.
I'm here with Cassard.
What? Cassard sent you? Why didn't you say so? I wouldn't dream of selling his goods to a higher bidder. Oh, no, no, no. Nabrathorang relics, was it? All packed up in that box there. Handle with care.
Gee, thanks. Alright, that's all of his tasks. Hi, Cassard, I got the stuff.
Don't tell me you've been around the entire market already.
Got him.
Aye, that's the lot, all right. Good work. And quick work too, considering you've not set foot in the place before. I thought you wanted to sit in the city like the XIV, but something tells me you're not a stranger to visiting strange lands.
You could say that.
Unfortunately, your efficiency prevents something of a problem. I'd hoped to conclude all my business before you return, but it seems there's been some confusion over one of the orders I placed. I'll have to drag in my middlemen and sort this mess out. I'm sorry to make you sit around and twiddle your thumbs.
Cassard, it feels like an age since I last saw you.
Well, if it isn't the lovely Tesleen, it has been a while, but your timing couldn't be better. This gentleman was on his way to meet with Alice. I'm supposed to be taking him to your corner of the desert, but a misplaced order has commandeered my attention.
Wait, I know who you are. Alice has told me so much about you. You're Throat, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
I knew it. How wonderful to meet you in the flesh after hearing all those stories.
What did she tell you?
I'm Tesleen. I work as a carer at the inn, and I've gotten to know Alice quite well since she took up guard duties there. Do you want me to take over as Throat's guide, Cassard? My shopping's all done and I'm packed for the road, so it would be no trouble.
That would be a great help, thank you. Well, looks like you're able to head straight out after all. My caravan and I will be in the area for a while yet. Seek me out if you've had your fill of Amarang, and I'll send you back to the Crystarium.
Okay.
Alright. So, hand gear. Well, I've already got 385 here. What about my dancer? 350! I think that's the winner. 350. Oh, I can do it for the caster as well. Dancer has a higher item level, so Red Mage is getting it. Nah, I'm not gonna keep it as a glam. I'll just have it for gear. I'll just have it as a gear improvement. Glamour plate. Okay. Alice has been desperate to see you, Throat, so let's get you to her sooner rather than later. The sin isn't too hard to find, really. You can actually see the top of the rock spires from here. Well, we just need to swing around the ridge, then head south. Come on, I'll get my supplies together and meet you outside.
Wait a minute. How many is here? Just the one?
Alright, we're taking a quick detour.
Don't care. Give me an ether current after I'm done. I'm getting an ether current. Woohoo! Oh god. Oh god, Needle Storm. Yeah, whatever. Nothing. Is one of these my ether current? I'd love that to happen. I'm currently searching for my ether current. I would love it if it, oh, I got a ring. This isn't an ether current. This ring can help you get your ether current. Explain how. Quest items can be exchanged to complete quests. Jeez, that far. Found a thing. There you go. Alright, I don't care about you. Let's go. I got my ether current, and that's all I care about. All set? Oh, I should probably mention the wildlife. While most of them will leave you be if you keep your distance, the local coyotes have learned to prey on folk heading home from the markets. I can usually swing a sword well enough to fend them off, but I may have loaded myself down with too many bargains today. Do you think you could handle any beasts that try to make a meal of us? You got it. I thought you might. LSA was always saying how much you... I mean, let's get going, shall we? Okay. What the hell type of stories has she been telling you? Fell cleave after fell cleave after fell cleave after fell cleave. Sorry, there wasn't much time to shout a warning. Were you bitten? Those things can be nasty. And yet hardly a match for you, it seems. I always thought Alice was strong, but in her mind, she was never... now it makes sense. We should push on. It might be best if you scout ahead and clear out any coyotes that have our scent. I'll wait here so you can fight without any distractions. Okay. .558 to the south. Okay, so there is another one in this area. Oh no. Son of a... Okay, that's it. I'm mad. one. And you are almost down. There we go.
Oh, thank goodness you're back. I could hear the howling and snarling from here. Frightful creatures. Let's hope the rest have seen your handiwork and know to avoid us now. I need to get these supplies back to the inn.
I see. Oh, good. Oh, good. This one's seen me. Well, first things first. I am getting this ether current. Even further south. Good, good, good. It's probably going to be along the way, so I'll just go on ahead and do this for right now.
This is it. Thanks to you, I didn't have to drop my shopping even once. Come to think of it, I'm glad I didn't make the trip alone. It seems you ended up escorting me. I'll have to repay the favor somehow, but first let's head inside, shall we?
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the inn at Journey's Head. You might be our first visitor from the Crystarium since Elise arrived. It's not much, but it's home for the afflicted and a handful of carers.
This illness isn't contagious, is it?
Contagious? Well, no, not as far as we know. I don't think I've met anyone besides Alice who was so familiar with our situation here. Most folk have grown up knowing someone or who knew someone. I might leave out something obvious, so it may be best to have Alice give you the full explanation.
Okay. I see. Well, first, attune to the Aetheryte.
Now, where is she? I think she might be out on patrol. You could wait, I suppose, but why not go and surprise her? She usually takes a good look at things from the watchtower first, so you might be able to catch her there. It's not far. Head out south. Head out the south side, and soon you'll see it. I'll stay behind in case she comes back while you're gone.
Good idea. Let's get this out of the way. Boop. Heading out south. That's good. Ether compass. 166 to the south. Perfect. There it is. I see it. There we go. Where's the next one? To the southwest. Ah, in an area I cannot access yet. Got it. Alright, so it looks like those are the only two that I'm gonna be able to get to. This must be the tsunami of, light. Dang. Look at all these buildings that got swept up in it. Ow. That was my elbow. I bumped my desk. Alisay is nowhere to be seen, but you spot fresh footprints on the ground, and they look to be about the right size. I see. Small footprints, you know. Small, totally smaller than mine, you know. Me, a Lalafell. Continue on to the northwest. Oh, these things look pleasant. Oh, good. All right. Phlegma balls. There we go. Alright. I think this is the one. Or it could be another one, I'm not sure. Curve around to the west. So I don't want to have to get into another fight. So many Gilman. They end in a mess of disturbed sand.
Get back here!
Oh. Hi, Alisay.
Is that... It can't be.
Impressive.
Just a lesser sin eater. Nothing to write home about. I knew you'd turn up sooner or later, but I had been hoping for sooner. How are you?
Better question is, how are you?
We've fought them to a standstill, then.
Yeah, it's a stalemate.
The Exarch did say that the Empire seemed to have drawn back when he last looked in on the source. But without knowing for sure how fast time was passing there, I couldn't help worrying that a lot might have happened since then. I'm heartily relieved to hear that it hasn't, just as Alphino must have been. As you can imagine, both he and Urianger were desperate to hear the news from home when I arrived. I haven't actually seen Thancred and Y'shtola yet, but they will have heard all the latest developments from the Exarch by now, or should have at least.
How many times did you bonk him on the head?
When I think of how frantic Tataru and the others must be, I want nothing more than to rush back and reassure them. But we still haven't found a way to reverse the summoning. And even if we had, we couldn't just ignore Urianger's vision. He may use 10 words where one would suffice, and they may often obscure as much as they reveal. But on this matter, he was as clear as day. I do not doubt for one moment that he saw what he claims. Nor how difficult it must have been to speak about them. The 8th Umbral Calamity and your death aren't exactly topics for idle conversation. As much as I might want to go home, I don't want to go home to that. We can't allow the rejoining to happen, which means we have to save the first from the Sin Eaters.
And how?
That great wall of white is a remnant of the Flood. 100 years ago, the balance in the First tipped decisively in favor of light. From that moment, it rose and swelled with each passing day, and then, without warning, it burst forth like water from a broken dam. A colossal wave of pure light, drowning everything in its wake. Only Norvrant was spared.
As I've heard before, super
For the
depressing.
most part, living things are composed of ether of various different aspects. But when exposed to such a flood, their etheric harmony is shattered, and their natural form breaks down. Then they either perish, or are warped into mindless abominations. Yes, that's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the Flood. Once the change is wrought, there is no going back. In that instant, they are gripped by an insatiable appetite for ether, and will happily gorge themselves on any living thing within reach. But even that is not the worst of it. The stronger Sin Eaters can plant light in us, like seeds in soil, corrupting our ether, and triggering the birth of new monstrosities.
Oh.
They are creatures of base instinct, that exist only to feed and to multiply. They feel no pity, know no remorse, and are utterly deaf to reason. Which is why they must be destroyed. Every last one of them. The infirmary is full of the Sin Eaters' victims, left here to spend their final hours waiting for the change to overtake them.
Oh. Well then. It's just a matter of time, more or less more for some, less for others. Those patients will all become monsters in the end. And to add insult to injury, the inflicted are feared, shunned, cast out of society and exiled here to the edge of the world. The only good thing I have to say is about this hellish place is that it has served me well as a training ground. Tisleen and the others have also been kind enough to share their knowledge of the Sin Eaters, which is knowledge I can now share with you, while you help me finish my patrol, of course. Of course. Oh good, the first one to get to level 71. Didn't actually mean for that to happen. Oh well. Hey, a piece of headgear. Here's what we'll do. I'll take the east side of the inn and you clear the west. That way you have an undiluted experience with the resident terrors. These marks on your map are where the usual trouble spots are. But you can assume that any beast with a white hide or carapace is a Sin Eater, but you'll know for sure soon enough when they come slavering after your ether. Reminder, it's kill or be killed with these monsters. Once you've slain whatever's prowling around out there, we can rendezvous back at the north entrance. Good hunting.
In this world, it's kill or be killed.
Alright. Gonna swap over to warrior for the rest of these. Forgiven cowardice, so good. Oh, and I've got one of these things joining me. There we go, and stay down. Alright, none here. That's good. Really hope this thing wants to turn around. Oh, good, I can get it from here. There it is. Going away. Oh, thought I'd only have to beat one of them. Back at the northern entrance. How did you fare?
I got two.
I thought there might be one or two lurking on the fringes. Nothing out of the ordinary for this area. I expected you noticed it yourself, but individually, these lesser sea eaters are no more deadly than any natural predator you might encounter in the desert. It's when they appear in numbers that they pose a threat. Much like the void scent, they have an unfortunate tendency to flock to the strongest of their kind. Thus, when a powerful sin eater goes on the hunt, it might be attended by a veritable swarm of weaker kin. I imagine an army of such creatures descending on a village or hamlet. That's the basic idea behind my patrols. To call their ranks often enough that their numbers won't be overwhelming when the big ones come out to play. And you've certainly helped on that front. Let's report our victories to Tesleen, shall we? Yes, let's. Alright. I'm gonna end it off after this, after I turn in this quest. Alice tells me you helped out on our patrol. You have our thanks, and my apologies for leading you from one battle to another ever since the moment we met. I'm used to it. In any case, I'm glad to see the two of you found each other. You have no idea how badly Alice has missed your company. Everything is always, if Throat were here, he would... That's an exaggeration, and I don't sound like that either. I was simply trying to view matters from another perspective, and I respect Throat's methods. Honestly, after seeing him in action, I can understand why. The way he leaps into the fray without hesitation, it really is something to behold. I might be a little smitten myself. I'm only teasing, though I've no doubt he deserves all the admiration he gets, just as you do. Are you and Alice you know what, never mind. What's the next quest? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna check what I get in this coffer. Item level 385, so... How's this? 380. 385. Warrior has 380. Sage is 385, and Ninja has 380. I'm gonna give this one to the Warrior. Ah. Nah. Alright. Well, got some new gear for my jobs. And we're gonna stop right here for today, and we'll pick this up some other time this week. Alright. about as far as I expected to get this stream. And next stream, we're gonna be seeing even more depression happen. As a world just completely flooded with in a light apocalypse is just as depressing as a dark apocalypse. So yeah, we'll pick up next time, and we'll continue with the main scenario. Hopefully we'll be able to finish all of the Alice A portion of this segment. And then we can move on to Alphino soon after. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys sometime later this week. I'm thinking it's gonna be either Thursday or Saturday. I want to work on some stuff on Wednesday. I want to start working on revamping some of my overlays and elements. If I feel like it, I'll go on ahead and work on it. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys either Thursday or Saturday for some more. And also, I don't know if there's going to be a video on Friday. There may just not be one. Take it easy. See you guys next stream. Oh, and don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, that sort of thing. I like that I was able to get that working. Okay, now I'm done. Later.